course, and we really guarded at a high clip tonight. Got some stops down the stretch when needed. I thought our bench was really good. Jason Bolt, plus 17, Frank, Anselm, really defended the glass at a high level. I thought did a pretty good job defensively. And Justin Hill was arguably as effective for us offensively as anyone. Hit some timely shots. It was a gritty win, you know, a hard-fought win. Two teams I thought that played really hard. I thought we did a great job, despite them getting 14 offensive rebounds. I think that number is a little bit misleading because they missed a bunch of free throws, of course. Thank God for us, and they missed a few from the field. It gave us opportunities. That 14 number could have been a lot higher. They're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the country. Obviously, they're one of the best teams in the country turning you over. I want to say top 5 coming into this game, if I'm not mistaken. We get 18 there, so we've got to continue to improve. But thankful to the crowd that came out. I thought they were a really big factor in the win, especially defensively late in the game. Mississippi State's very, very good, and every team in this league is. So we'll take every one that we can get. It's a good win for us.
Mike Hill obviously struggled offensively all game, but
yeah.
One, what were some of the, issues you saw? But two, what does it say about your team that they're able to gut out a win when it's, tied with 4 minutes to go?
Yeah, I think it's progress. That's a step, right? I mean, a lot of teams are not winning that game. You shoot 29%, correct? Is that what we shot?
Mm-hmm.
You shoot 29.8 and 18 turnovers, and you find a way to win. That's pretty unique. I haven't been a part of many of those, but Coach Jans and his staff and those guys collectively, my goodness, do they guard you? And they're a little bit unique in their approach with their heavy side and their firing of the post. And, Braylon has gotten to the point where, and they do it, to every team, but they swarmed him, and they're very handsy, and they load to the basketball. They're long, athletic, quick, play really hard. They're very physical, and it would have taken that type of effort, obviously, especially when you're not converting like you'd like to from the field to be competitive down the stretch against these guys.
You talked about Terry's offensive game. He didn't score until the second half. Did you say anything to him coming out of the break, or
No.
just what stood out to you about him after halftime?
We set a few more ball screens in the first half. We were a little bit call heavy. In the second half, we were a little bit call heavy first half. We wanted to try to establish the interior and find a level of comfort down there, and we never really did. Thank goodness that Terry and Justin in space, off of simple ball screens, made some pretty good decisions, especially again, Justin Hill with 1 turnover. He only had 2 assists, but he moved it a little bit, made some reads, and Terry made some plays, of course, as he has been. But aggressive with attacking ball screen coverages. And credit to, Braylon gets the double-double, and Frank didn't get it going offensively. He didn't score it, but I thought he did a really good job of sprinting the ball screens and creating space between him and his defender, and allowing those guards to play in space a little bit and get downhill.
When you talk about Justin, he had a big 3 against Auburn last week, and
Yeah.
I think every shot he made tonight gave you all the lead back. What's it about him that even when he doesn't have it going early, he steps up and hits big shots late in the game?
He's gaining confidence, and he's got to continue to gain, because he's a good shooter. He's a good player, and he also hit a really big runner, off the glass right in front of the bench. Again, against a high-level defense. That was a big-time play, and we've got to continue to get those contributions off the bench. We're a team that, a unique team in that it seems like it's a different 3 or 4 guys that, outside of Terry and Braylon, they kind of merged. Our next opponent knows that. The rest of the teams, on our schedule know that as volume guys for us. But 3 through whatever 11, 12 guys, we've got some parity, and we've got some complementing pieces. And if it's 7, 8 guys stepping up, great. It'd probably be pretty good that night. This was one where you had a couple guys off the bench. Many contributions, but a couple specifically offensively.
I know how much you emphasize free throws to finish the game, not hitting a shot from the field in the last 5 minutes, but be able to still win.
Yeah.
How impressive is that, the performance from the line?
Huge little swagger at the foul line. It's awesome. It's, it gives you chances in close games. Our guys continue to step up there with confidence. This team has gotten to the foul line a lot, and they get to the foul line a lot, of course, as well. But this team also, we're amongst the league leaders in free throw percentage as well. We continue to do that. We'll continue to shoot a ton of them, but bottom line is we've got pretty good free throw shooters.
When you're building a program like this, and you're 3 games in SEC play now, what does it do for this program, just finding ways to win like this, and finding ways to win, I guess, a different way with different guys every night?
It's really big. It's really big. We talked in post game in the locker room that it's a step. A step for us is winning a hard fought, physical, tough-nosed, gritty game, versus a team that just gets after you, right? Who's had a lot of success. When you don't play great offensively, and they had 90% to do with that. They're terrific defensively. We played really well against Auburn. This was a different performance for our guys. So that's a step in the right direction, not only for this team but for our program. The next step is at some point we got to break through on the road.
Cario held scoreless tonight. Obviously, it looked like he got a little bit banged up there in the first half. Is he okay physically, or in just an off night, or what?
He was banged up a little bit there, and then we got the clearance to give him another opportunity. It just wasn't his night, but he's a culture guy. He's got a great attitude. He's fired up as anyone in our locker room that Georgia won. That he and his teammates won, and he's a big piece of what we're doing. And he'll be ready to go at practice tomorrow. This is a team where it's been, for the most part, and I said Terry and Braylon earlier, and obviously I screwed up by leaving Cario out. He's one of the best scorers in our league, so he's a guy that we'll continue to rely upon offensively. He did some other things defensively, I thought, but it seems like with this team, very uniquely, it's somebody's turn, different every night. It's a different 2 or 3 guys, especially outside of those top 3 scorers, night in and night out.
Y'all are 10-0 at home now, going on the road for the next 2. What do you see as the biggest difference between this team playing here at the Stag versus playing on the road?
Connection. We're connected at home. Our crowd is a factor, especially late in the game defensively for us. I thought it got really loud, and I thought that our crowd was a factor down the stretch in helping us get stops. You're fighting that on the road in this league. Every environment in this league is tough to play in and to have success against, especially offensively. We had a game the other night. We couldn't get it going offensively. Of course, we had another one earlier in the season where we actually played well offensively. We couldn't get stopped. So we'll have to continue to search, and we'll have plenty of opportunities in this league, but they'll all be very tough.